Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Sword of the Stars. Wrong button. I did this one down here. I'm gonna auto-resolve this one
System
at this
update.
point.
Eureka!
Aye,
3,
Commander. We will have those ships out in no time.
full. Yep, let's go ahead and research
Yes,
boarding
Commander.
pods. I
Initiating
mean, I'm
research.
probably not going to build them, but still. Let's go ahead and get a flagship CNC. Ooh, flagship CNC can actually have the improved reflective coating on it. Interesting. Seems weird to me, but okay. Okay, so we can only have one flagship CNC throughout the entire... okay. Makes me question if I want to actually
Design
build it
entered
right
into
now.
naval
I'll
archives.
design it, so we have it. We probably won't be building it. The support, however, is...
Yes, sir. Ship
Very
design
nice.
ready for construction. Navcom programmed.
Head back to Bernard Star because you're going to have to rebuild the stations that were there before. Luckily, Bernard Star was already fully terraformed and everything before, so
System update.
Aye, sir.
shouldn't take much to get it back up to snuff. And it should still have quite a bit of the infrastructure.
Transporting ore to the surface, aye.
Are you guys full? No. Okay, and I've been kind of ignoring these guys the last couple of parts. So, this is the first non-human race that we have encountered. In this case, they are called the Divine. These guys, if you remember the intro from the first part that I showed, these guys are going to be the Zuul. They are, you know, fairly like religious fanatic type aliens. I was holding off until we actually encountered another species, specifically non-human. Well, excuse me, another player, specifically a non-human one. For the simple reason that I figured it would be a good opportunity to actually talk a little bit about the differences between the races and the way they play. So they all have their own unique technology when it comes to their FTL tech. Humans use the node drive, which is what we have, of course. We are limited to traveling along a predetermined path, and we figure out the various connections by going to a planet, and it shows us, okay, it connects to these systems. The Hiver, who we don't know if they're in the game or not, they probably are, but we don't know that for certain. They use teleport gates. They have fairly slow movement between systems unless they have deployed a gate at both ends, in which case that enables instantaneous travel. It says instantaneous. Technically speaking, they don't move until you actually hit end turn. So technically it's one turn to move, but effectively instantaneous travel between systems. However, there is a limit on the number of ships that they can have actually take advantage of this, and it's determined by how large their gate network is. The more gates they've built and deployed, the more that they can move in a single turn. So, for them, it is in their best interest to basically deploy these everywhere they possibly can. even if just to artificially inflate the amount of ships that can travel through it. And it's been a while since I played them. I think they get larger gates as well as they go up on the ship classes that contribute more. So, but I might be misremembering. But if I am correct on that, you know, for them, building a bunch of dreadnought gates, very good in allowing a mass invasion fleet. But this does mean that if they come to one of your systems and they deploy this gate, they can just basically keep coming through until the AI decides it doesn't care anymore, or until you destroy the gate. One of the two. The Tarkas, they use a warp drive, which enables them to have freedom of movement, and it's relatively decent speed. Technically, I think it's slower than node travel, with the exception that because it does allow you to go with it allows you full freedom of movement. Depending on how the nodes are drawn, it can enable them to be faster than humans. But I believe if they were to travel along a node path that we have, I believe the node drive is actually faster. But again, the issue is that if I need to go, say, let's see, from Merrick to Karg here, I have to do 2 jumps, which take 2 turns, basically no matter which way I go. While for them, they would just go a direct route. But again, I believe that direct route is still technically slower than the node, particularly if it is a... In this case, we're just lucky because this example I'm using is short range, but if it was longer, it can add up over time. The Lear use a similar tech. They call theirs stutter warp. The main advantage they have compared to the Tarkas, though, is that theirs works by affecting basically microgravity to move their ships. So it's still active during combat, so it enables their ships to be very maneuverable and very fast, relatively speaking, in combat. The Zuul here, they use node tunneling. They basically, similar to us, they use these paths, but they create their own. So, you know, they're not limited like we are. They say, hey, I want to make a path between Hydra and Prion. They can do it. The thing is that these connections do slowly collapse over time, so they do have to rebuild them. If they want to keep that same path. Obviously, if they don't care about that exact pathway, and they can just use existing ones that they still have, but yeah, it does collapse over time. The Morigi, they use void cutters. Those, from what I can understand, I can't recall ever playing the Morigi, but from what I could understand from the manual, it sounds like it's similar to Warp. They have complete freedom of movement. However, their ships move much faster when there are more ships in the fleet. So a single ship will move fairly slow, but if you were to put, say, 5 or 10 ships in that fleet, they move quite a bit faster. Because each additional ship basically adds just extra engine to go. Realistically, there are probably diminishing returns there. You know, at a certain point, it's not really going to matter if you add an extra ship to the fleet to speed it up. But beyond that, it still helps quite a bit. So, yep, that is something to take into account.
System update.
Okay, there's our
Research
boarding pods.
successfully completed, sir.
We're loaded to capacity, sir. We couldn't take another pebble. Ore carrier's empty, sir.
15 turns to get antimatter. Thing is, though... Oh no, you guys have fission. For some reason I thought you had antimatter. I must be misremembering. Don't know where I got that idea. But okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and translate
Research
Zuul.
computers
That'll help a little bit.
online. Labs
Not that I
fully
plan to
staffed.
really negotiate with the Zuul at all, but whatever, we'll have it. Ah, here we go. Propaganda ship,
Yes, sir.
thank you.
Ship design ready for construction.
Trying to think, do I need anything else? Don't think so. Okay, go ahead and continue on.
System update.
It took a lot of broken minds, but we finally have the Zuul a little more mapped out.
Okay, go ahead
Research
and
computers
interrogate
online.
Zuul.
Labs fully staffed.
That has its uses, trust me. You head
Navigation,
to
set course.
Crancor.
Engines to power, aye.
Send you to Griffin because that Zuul fleet has a direct path there, potentially. And you can get between those pretty quickly, so if for some reason they have a different path, I can reroute you back either way.
Drives to full.
Okay, Arcturus apparently still has some stuff. Oh, that's because those guys are supposed to be there. Never mind.
Navcom
Head
programmed.
to Barrett. You guys are full. Where do I want to go? Griffin or Mintar? We're going to go with Griffin. Well, actually... Do I wait? No. No. We're just going to go for Griffin.
Yes, sir. Fleet on heading Alpha.
Okay, head to trade. Mintar, build yourself some freighters. You guys are working on your last one. Oh, Brian gonna have an additional trade route. Next place with the least amount needed in total is going to be Sector 18. Go ahead and have you build me 5. Well, 5 each, so I'll get them to 10.
System update.
Okay, go ahead and build me a science station there first. Get your infrastructure back up. Well, yeah, no, terraforming will take a little while. That'd be like 11 turns to get the terraforming, so yeah, no. We're not going to do that.
Transporting ore to the surface. Aye.
Dump your
Aye, sir.
ore, do your
Initiating
mining.
asteroid mining.
System update.
Engines to power, aye.
Move to
It took
Tully.
a lot of broken minds, but we finally have the Zuul a little more mapped out.
Ore carrier's empty, sir.
Okay. I don't really care to get that. That's fine. Leave that as is. We shall continue on with our research.
Yes, Commander.
I think I wanna go and get the
Initiating
Lancers.
research project.
before we actually build any of our dreadnoughts. Just make sure I don't have any new stations. Nope, okay. Figured I didn't, just, you know, wanted to make sure.
System update.
All right, rock rats. Get that all moving.
Okay, you need 5 more. That'll get you to do it like that. You know, you can actually pump out 8 reasonably quickly, so go ahead and do that.
System update.
Colony status green.
We've stripped a planet dry, Commander.
Forget it, sir. We're stuffed.
Okay, you're
Reset
full
station online, sir.
and you finished there, okay. Can you build any additional ones right now? Nope, not yet. Okay, that's fine.
System update.
We've stripped a planet dry, Commander. Course plotted, engaging node drive.
Okay. Bernard Star. I think you can probably safely
Fleet moving out.
leave that area for now. Okay.
System update.
I know, game. I know they need more. You guys need 11. Okay. That'll get you up there, and that'll help quite a bit with getting us money. Because we really need more money. Our savings, we used to have quite a bit, but not anymore.
System update.
We're already working on getting Sector 15 all of its game, so you don't need to keep reminding me. Unknown menace here.
System
Auto
update.
resolve that.
We have made a breakthrough, Commander.
All right, rock rats. Get that all moving.
Gonna need to build a few more
Unloading ore now, Commander.
miners. You're busy building stuff. You're not.
Shipyards getting up.
Got our Lancers, wonderful.
Research
get data
computers
correlation. That won't
online.
take very long.
Labs
And
fully
it'll
staffed.
help us out a little bit. You still need more. It's how many? 250 million Imperials required for each station. Okay, yeah, that's gonna take you guys a little while.
System update.
We have made a breakthrough, Commander.
Or
Not
carriers
really a breakthrough when
empty,
it's only
sir.
gonna take you one turn to do. Turns for that. Let's go ahead and get the neutron
Research
beam. It won't take very
computers
long.
Online. Labs fully staffed. $745. You need 5 more freighters. Yep, that's fine for now.
System update.
Aye, sir.
That has been stripped bare. I'm not exactly inclined to send miners out to explore stuff, so we're gonna hold off on that.
System update.
We're loaded to capacity, sir. We couldn't take another pebble.
Navigation, set course.
System update.
Research successfully completed, sir.
Unloading ore now, Commander.
Oh, no, we could. Doesn't take very long. Let's go
Yes,
ahead and grab
Commander.
it.
Initiating
Positron
research
beam.
project.
System update.
Ore carriers empty, sir.
Okay. Bernard Starr, how you doing? You almost done? Yes, almost. $830K.
System update.
Okay, you are done. Three more turns for that.
System
Swarm.
update.
Yep. You guys aren't set to auto repair for some
Repair
reason.
ship deployed.
Drives to full.
Aye, sir. Initiating asteroid mining.
Okay. Just continue on. Well, actually, let's see. Anybody has low morale and is potentially on the decline? Not really, although Mintar could definitely stand to be higher. But Mintar also doesn't have any defensive platforms, which, speaking of defensive platforms, swap out your lasers,
Yes,
guys.
sir. Ship design ready for construction.
And actually give you armor. So, you're going to design 2.
Design entered into naval archives.
Scanner satellite.
Yes, sir. Ship design ready for construction.
Okay. Mintar, where are you? There you are. Get your defensive satellites, which is just going to be the light ones for
We will
you.
have those ships out in no time. Construction project initiated. Construction order placed, Commander.
Okay. Bernard Star also needs to build its defensive platforms again.
Shipyards gearing up.
Let's build the heavy defensive ones back on
Aye, Commander.
Aldebaran.
We will have those ships out in no time.
Okay, can't do those at a size 6. Nope. Again, make sure. Okay, you would be the next one. But you guys are busy. Yeah, you guys are busy building your stuff, so not gonna build a U right now. You guys build 4, so we get you up to a nice number divisible by 5. Oh Jesus, we have no money.
System update.
We have made a breakthrough, Commander.
Done with that. Let's go ahead and get the zero
This
G
project could be the
deconstruction
big breakthrough
real
you have been
quick.
looking for.
Okay. Alert for Aldebaran. Oh, our science stations have detected von Neumann coming towards Aldebaran. That's not fun. And I'm not going to have time to build any defenses here. Beyond what, is already built. I'm sure it'll be fine.
System update.
Okay. Ooh, we lost all of our orbital stations. That's very annoying. Well, actually, except for the repair, actually.
Navigation, set course.
Okay, that is another
Engines to power,
barren
aye.
rock. Ooh, what do you have here? Five ships of some sort. Don't know enough to be able to say what they are. Do we go with Beta Fleet 4 to Starhaven and start fighting the Zuul? I'm inclined to say no. Don't think that's necessarily a great idea.
System update.
Over time and over budget. But at least we finally have this tech director.
We're loaded to capacity,
You-
sir. We couldn't take another pebble.
Let's go
This
ahead and start
project could be
researching
the big breakthrough
antimatter.
you have been looking for.
Oh, okay. Yep. Hope Hubers have jumped up to antimatter. Oh, okay. You just destroyed a bunch of your defenses.
Aye, Commander. We will have those ships out in no time.
Okay. You build one more so you get up to a nice even number. Well, also you need that last one to be able to finish the trade route. And then I think for now we just continue trying to save money. That's an extra 20,000 right there. That's pretty nice, actually.
System update.
Okay, nothing too interesting there.
Aye, sir. Initiating asteroid mining. Transporting ore to the surface. Aye.
Dump your ore.
System
Swarm, if I had to guess.
Ore carrier's
Yep.
empty, sir.
Oh, this is actually a colonizable place.
Repair ship deployed. All right, rock rats. Get
What do
that
you
ore
have here?
moving.
We don't know. Really? I feel like we probably should. Okay, but apparently not. Okay, interesting. You're still running around with ultraviolet lasers, despite having antimatter. Interesting. Seems a little weird to me, but okay. Okay, you guys need... Okay. One more freighter for you. Because you just got an extra trade route slot. I'll let you finish building your stuff before I have you build me a bunch of freighters, I think.
System update.
No. Well, I was just considering maybe designing the Lancer and positron equipped dreadnoughts,
Navigation,
but
set
no,
course.
we'll hold off until they actually finish. How many turns for you? Okay, you'll finish next turn. Make sure everybody has their max. Oh, you don't have your max route. Oh, well, probably don't want to go ahead and set Griffin to, you know, dumping a bunch of its limited planetary budget into trade. Jesus Christ, okay. We're going to go and auto-resolve this one because the only ship we have there that's capable of any sort of movement is going to be the construction ship,
System
and that ain't going to
update.
do well.
Forget it, sir. We're stuffed.
Eesh. God, that hurt. Hold off on building the trade one because that's going to take us into the negatives.
System update.
Forget it, sir. We're stuffed.
You guys are full as well.
Aye,
And,
sir.
Krista.
All right, rock rats. Get that all moving.
System update.
Transporting ore to the surface. Aye.
Okay. Repair will be done in a little bit. Oh, whoops. Aldebaran needs to do a little bit of terraforming.
System update.
Ore carrier's empty, sir.
Navcom programmed.
Transporting ore to the surface. Aye.
System update.
Planet resource base at
Okay.
0, sir.
I
We're loaded to capacity, sir.
believe that's
We
going to
couldn't
be
take
one
another
of the
pebble.
Construction station
Marigi,
online,
especially based
Director.
off that
Ore
skeleton.
carrier's empty, sir.
Drives to full.
Aye, sir. Initiating asteroid mining.
I want you to build me a propaganda if you don't mind. Thank
Construction
you.
project initiated.
Everybody up to max routes. You're not. But you still have some terraforming to do. Well, your terraforming's basically done anyway, so... Yeah, that's fine. That's fine like that. It won't actually take you that many turns to build it, because once you're done with the terraforming, everything that's being dedicated to that will go into ship construction.
System update.
Like that.
Transporting ore to the surface. Aye.
So now it's going to take you 7 turns to build all of those.
Aye, Commander. We will have those ships out in
Get
no
those
time.
defensive stations built back around Aldebaran.
System update.
Ore carrier's empty, sir.
Wonderful. Now, yeah, you guys finished off that planet, or that barren rock. So head to Mantis 3. You guys still have like probably one more turn. Okay, everybody's at max routes.
System update.
Forget it, sir. We're stuffed.
New command station operational, sir.
Thank you. Okay. 4 more turns until Griffin is done. And that sector will have all of its freighters that it needs. And those will bring
System update.
in oodles of money for us.
Fleet moving out.
We'll go there, that's fine.
Transporting ore to the surface. Aye.
Or I feel like I was originally trying to send one of these fleets to
Engines to power, aye.
Azar to defend it against any potential Zuul attack, and I clearly must have misclicked.
System update.
Ore carrier's empty, sir.
That also gets us some better eyes on what's going on in this
All right,
area.
rock rats. Get that ore moving.
Aye, sir.
Did not mean to zoom in. I just wanted to click on it to see if it still had any resources, and it does. Okay, you don't have any more of
Shipyards
those to
gearing
build.
up.
Did I actually give you the... Okay, I did. For some reason, I thought I might not have. Actually, trade. You have one more route available. And you need a freighter for it.
System update.
Research successfully completed, sir.
Research station online, sir.
Okay, that'll just jump us straight up to Shield 3, which is kind of silly, but I'd be fine with it. And cutting beam. That is the better version of the Lancers. Okay, quantum capacitors are really, really... Oh, ooh, what do we got here? Subspace pathing. Okay, that's, well, better fusion and antimatter. Why we only get that after researching antimatter is, I don't... Not super useful, I imagine. Because I have antimatter. If I research this, I'm just going to use the antimatter version of it anyway. So the end-pathing fusion is not particularly useful unless I were to somehow have rolled this prior to getting antimatter. But I do like the shields. I really like the shields. The thing I don't know about those are, well, you should be able to slap that on everything. It just, for some reason, only seems to show a destroyer and a cruiser, but should be able to slap that on everything. Okay. The reality is, I think before I would actually put any antimatter engines on a ship, I'm going to want to research subspace pathing and quantum capacitors. Bare minimum, those two. Yeah, it's the same amount of time for both. Let's go ahead and get the subspace pathing.
This project could be the big breakthrough you have been looking for.
Okay, you're working on the trade.
Aye, Commander. We will have those ships out in no time.
What is that? Okay, single ship. Almost
All right,
forgot to
Rock
tell you
Rats.
guys to start mining.
Get that all moving.
System update.
Everybody's at max routes. Yep, okay. So who's next on getting their freighters? Looks like it's going to be Sector 23. Who needs 3 more to get to a nice number divisible by 10. And then I'll have full malts build me 5. That'll get us up to 15. And then I'll need 20 more. And I'll need to figure out where to queue all that up. Okay. That's total number of ships. Oh, this is for us. I kind of wanted to compare against an AI if we could. Nope, no direct comparison option. Okay, that's slightly annoying. You want me to attack something? I'm afraid that's probably not going to be... Well, I could probably get to Andor actually, but I don't think I'm in a position to really attack anything right now because my cruisers are old, out-of-date pieces of crap. And I don't have the money to build replacements.
System update.
We've stripped a planet dry, Commander. Navigation, set course.
We're loaded to capacity, sir. We couldn't take another pebble.
Trade station up and ready for business, Director.
Oh, whoops. That's actually a place I meant to colonize, not to mine. I thought that was a barren rock. It is, in fact, not a barren rock.
Aye, Commander. We will have those ships out in no time.
Okay. Who's bringing in the most money right now? As of right now, that's going to be a tie between sectors 16 and 17 with 312,000. Trade income is about half of our planetary income, and is actually going to probably be overtaking that pretty quickly. I completely missed that my timer went off, so this is going to be the last turn.
System update.
Okay. Aldebaran has some more defensive platforms to build real quick. That's going to be it then.
Construction order placed, Commander.
Course plotted, engaging node drive.
Head back to Epsilon Indy. You're going to build me a trade station there.
Unloading
You guys
ore
are
now,
gonna dump your
Commander.
Ore.
I'm afraid this is an offer that we can refuse.
Okay, that's fine. I'll survive. I have no obvious way of seeing what our relations are like. I mean, yeah, we have a non-aggression pact with them, but that is it. Okay, well, that's going to be it for this part. I will see you all next time. Until then, goodbye and farewell.